Good morning everyone. So as per in the last video, we have discussed about the basic criteria of the modern periodic table, that how we can define the modern periodic table and how it is divided. Okay, it is divided into 4 blocks, S, P, D and F, and we have discussed about the general electronic configuration of that. In addition to that, the characteristic of each block, okay, that we have discussed in the last video. Now, as we are discussing the unit, that is a classification of element and periodicity in properties, we have discussed that how the elements are classified. Here we have discussed about modern periodic table. We will discuss those points only, okay, those topics only which are in your syllabus. Now we have to start with the periodicity in properties. This topic we have to start. Today is the lecture 2, okay. So first of all, before proceeding to the topic, first of all, as you have learned in your 10th standard, okay, so you must know what is periodicity. What is periodicity? Periodicity is the repetition of the properties, okay, after regular interval. Regular interval means if one element is lying here, okay, another is lying here, okay, another element will be lying here like this, another element is lying here. So while moving from left to right, suppose this is a periodic table, we are moving from this to this, okay, so this element will have different properties. As we have learned yesterday in the periodic table, we have learned that this side of the periodic table, that is on the left side, mostly metals lie, and this side of the periodic table non-metals lie. This is the P block, this is the S block, and center will be the D block, and below there will be F block. So S block is having properties different from P block. S block means these all, when you will move from top to bottom, these will be what? Metals, okay. So the question arises that when you are moving from left to right, again you are coming back to the next period, again you are coming back to the next period. So what is there? There is a repetition of properties, that metals, they are lying in the same plane, okay, same group, and non-metals, they are lying on the same group, okay. So that's why it is so. That's a question, and that is a repetition of the properties, that is known as what? Periodicity, okay. Now our question is that the question is why it is so. Why it is so? Why the periodicity happens? First of all, see the definition. The reoccurrence, that means a repetition of similar properties of the element after certain regular interval when they are arranged in order of increasing atomic number. Definitely the modern periodic table, that is based on what? Increasing atomic number. You have learned in the 10th standard. So based on that, what is there? When the elements are arranged in the increasing atomic number, so their properties are repeating themselves after regular interval. That is what? Periodicity. Okay, then now next question is why it is so. Why periodicity is there? Why it is so? Why the repetition is there of the properties? The answer will be because, see this example, fluorine, chlorine, bromine. What is there? When you will write its electronic configuration, they all are the members of the group 17, okay. They belong to which group? They belongs to group 70, okay. When I'm saying that they belong to group 70, so you can see here fluorine, chlorine, bromine, all are having what? See the outermost shell. Quantum number 2, 3, 4. Principal quantum number is changing, but what is there? The orbital is same, and the electrons are also same, 5, 5, 5. So same type of orbital, same type of electron. That's why what is there? They are having similar type of properties, okay, and that is what? Periodicity. See the repetition of similar electronic configuration of their atoms in the outermost energy shell after regular interval. Definitely it is after regular interval, it is not a continuous, because fluorine, see here the filling of 2p, 5 is there, then 2p6 would be there, then 3s1, then 3s2, then 3p will start. That means number of elements are in between fluorine to chlorine, because fluorine is having atomic number 9 and chlorine is having atomic number 70. So number of elements are lying in between. But what is there after that? What is observed? They are having same number of electron in the outermost shell. So that's the reason that they are having what? They are having same type of properties. Okay, if they, first is non-metal, another one will be non-metal, next is also would be non-metal. So that is what? That is a periodicity. Okay. So the conclusion here is, so the outer electrons are same. Now we are going to discuss about the trends in physical properties, that we have said that periodicity is happening, the repetition of properties is happening. Now we will discuss one by one which property is repeating themselves and what is the nature of those properties. We are discussing each and everything here in this unit. Okay, so first we will start with the first property, that will be the atomic radius. Okay, I will discuss those only which are the part of your syllabus. In your syllabus, atomic radius is given, ionic radius will be given, ionization enthalpy is given, electronegativity is given, electron gain enthalpy is given. So we will discuss those physical properties only, okay, which are mentioned by CBS. Okay, so the first one, atomic radius. What is atomic radius? See, a diagram is mentioned over there. Suppose this is what? This is the black sphere. Okay, this is an atom. The center point, this one. Okay, the center point is what? This is the nucleus. I mentioned over here. This is the orbit. Okay, the definite path in which electron is revolving. This is known as the outermost shell. Okay, so what is the atomic radius? The distance from the center of the nucleus, this is nucleus, to the outermost shell. Definitely it is what? When you will see according to math, this is what? This is radius. Okay, so it is a radius of atom, so that's why it is known as a atomic radius, the distance from the center of the nucleus to the outermost shell. So this is what? Atomic radius. Okay, so the next thing, see, we are discussing what is the variation. Okay, we will discuss what is the variation in a period of what? Atomic radius. Now, what is the variation of a atomic radius in a period? To understand this, see the example here. Okay, hydrogen is the element that is present in the first period, and helium is the element that is also present in the first period. So hydrogen is having the atomic number 1, helium is having the atomic number 2. Hydrogen is lying in the group number 1, whereas helium is lying in the group number 18. Okay, so what is the observation here? When we are moving from left to right, this is present on the left side, this is present on the right side. Okay, so we are moving from left to right. So what is the electronic configuration of hydrogen? 1s1. What is the electronic configuration of helium? 1s2. What is the observation here? Principal quantum number is same, orbital is same, orbital is same. One electron is added when we are moving from hydrogen to helium. One electron is added, and that is added in the same shell, S shell. Okay, so what is the observation here? If this is the nucleus that is here, this is the shell, okay, in which electron is lying. Now what will happen? Nucleus is having a hold over the electron. Nucleus is having the hold over the electron. Okay, now what will be there? Nucleus is having the hold over the electron. Now as we are moving from hydrogen to helium, now again the electron is added in the same shell. Now the number of electron increase, but the shell is same. So what is the concept here? That as the electrons are added in the same shell, so the nuclear charge increase. Why nuclear charge will increase? Because when we are moving from hydrogen to helium, what is increasing? Proton plus neutron increase. Okay, hydrogen is having proton 1, neutron 0, but here proton is 1 plus neutron is 1. So more nuclear charge, okay, more the nuclear charge, more of hold of the nucleus will be more on the outermost electron, so more hold, so it will attract with more power toward itself, so the size will decrease, so the atomic radius will decrease when we are moving from left to right. Okay, atomic radius will decrease when we are moving from left to right. Okay, the reason, due to increase of nuclear charge. Okay, increase of nuclear charge and decrease of size. How the size is decreasing? Electrons are added in same shell. You can take another example here. This group period number 2 we can also discuss. Hydrogen, here will be lithium, here will be beryllium. Okay, then after beryllium what will be there? Boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine and neon. Okay, this is group 1, group 2, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 and 18. Okay, these are the group number. There is no one element lying here. Okay, now 3 atomic number, 4 atomic number, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is the atomic number. When we will see the electronic configuration, see, I am just writing the outermost. Here will be 2s1, 2s2. S will be filled here. That's why this belongs to S or S block. That these are called S block because here the filling of S orbital take place. Okay. Now see this one. 2p1, 2p2, 2p3, 2p4, 2p5 and 2p6. So see, what is there? The principal quantum number here, that is 2. Okay, 2 is divided into 2 subshells S and P. This we have learned in the unit 2 structure of atom. So based on that we can conclude that here the filling of S take place. Now as the filling of P star, that's why this is belongs to P block. Okay, now you can see 2p1, 2p2, 2p3, 2p4, 2p5 and 2p6. These are the orbitals which are present over there. Okay, now electrons are added one by one. The electrons are added, but what is there? Electrons are added in the same shell. If electrons are added in the same shell, definitely what will happen? The nuclear charge will increase. Why? Because what will increase? Proton plus neutron. These are increasing. What is increasing? Proton and neutron. As the number of electron will increase, proton and neutron will also increase. Okay, we can't neglect this thing that electrons are also increasing. Electrons are also increasing. I am not neglecting this thing that electrons are also increasing. Yes, these are increasing, but what you will write? But the increase of electron is less effective than increase of nuclear charge. Okay, this is a very important thing. But the increase of electron is less effective than increase of nuclear charge, which result in decrease of atomic radii from left to right. Okay, so this is the concept here. Variation in a period. Atomic radius decrease from left to right due to increase in nuclear charge, and electrons are added in the same shell. If you will get a more number of question, that is of 2 or 3 marks, then accordingly you can explain. Although I am not just sticking to the question, but you must, the concept should be clear. Your concept should be clear. That's why I am counting this whole example. Okay, that electrons are also increasing, proton, neutron are also increasing, but the increase of the electron, that is less effective than the increase of the nuclear charge. That or you can use another word, that nuclear charge is overcome by the increase of the electron. That means the nuclear charge is overcome by on the increase of the electron. Okay, and I just want to say this. Okay, hope so it is clear to you. Next one, variation in a group. Definitely it will be opposite. If I'll say variation in a group, I'm taking the example here, variation in a group. Okay, I'm taking the example here, variation in a group. I'll talk about the first group only. Hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium. This is a group 1, S block member. Electronic configuration, 1s1, 2s1, outer, I'm just writing the outer one, 3s1, 4s1, 5s1, 6s1. This is the outer electronic configuration. Now what is the observation here? What are you understanding from here? What are you understanding? Hope so you have understand that what is changing. Principal quantum number, it is changing. Principal quantum number, that is changing, but the shell is same. Okay, although shell is same, that is a cause of periodicity, but when we are talking about atomic radii, then what is there? New shell is added each time. See, orbital will be same, but the shell, the main principal quantum number, that is changes. So that's why new electron, you will use the word electrons are added to new shell. Okay, electrons are added to new shell. As electrons are added to new shell, okay, definitely what will be there? Nuclear charge will what? Decrease. Now why nuclear charge will decrease? We know here also proton and neutron will increase, but the wording you will use here, the increase of nuclear charge is overcome by increase of electron, because electron are added to new shell. इस चीज़ को आप रिलेट कर सकते हो, जैसे कि ये कह सकते हैं कि ये देखिए, ये अगर न्यूक्लियस है और ये हमारा है, यहाँ पे एक इलेक्ट्रॉन है और ये हो गई हमारी हाइड्रोजन की स्ट्रक्चर, और यही न्यूक्लियस है, यहाँ पे जो है ये होगा हमारा लिथियम. सो इफ आई कंपेयर हाइड्रोजन एंड लिथियम, व्हाट इज ऑब्जर्वेशन दैट हियर one shell only. You can take it as an example that this is a teacher, this is a student. When teacher is having only one student, then the interaction between the teacher and the student is better. But as the rows will increase in the class, okay, rows are increasing and students are increasing, but the nucleus is same. All the nucleus is having a good hold, but as the students are maybe naughty, so what will happen? The interaction will decrease, and that's why what will happen? The increase of nuclear charge will not be more applicable. What will applicable? The increase of electron, which result in increase of atomic radii. Okay, so here variation in a group, atomic radii increase from top to bottom, okay, due to decrease of nuclear charge, and electrons are added in a new shell. Okay, next one is what? Ionic radii. First of all, before discussing ionic radii, first of all you must know, if I'm talking about the concept ionic, what is the meaning of ionic? That means anything that is having a charge, element that is having a charge, that is considered as an ion. How the element bear the charge? You already know this thing, you have learned in your junior classes. Element bear the charge either by, here sodium is having positive charge because it loses one electron. Either element bear charge because of gain of electron or loss of electron. That's only the two reasons. Either it will lose or gain. If gain, charge will be negative. If lose, it will be positive. And if negative, that is known as anion. And if it is positive, that is known as cation. Okay, this is ions. Now ionic radii. What will be the ionic radii? See, the effective distance from the center of the nucleus of the ion. See the word, definitely the distance from the center of the nucleus to the ion, up to which it has an influence in the ionic bond. Up to which means definitely from here until it is having an influence in the ionic bond, that is known as a ionic radii. Okay, for example, here the example of NaCl is taken. X-ray studies of NaCl shows, okay, that what is there, the X-ray studies has shown that sodium chloride is having a ionic bond, and that is what it is having a distance ionic radii, that is approximate 209 picometer. Okay, that is what, that is the sum of the distance of sodium and chloride. See, internuclear distance, the sum of the radius of cation and sum of radius of anion. The problem here is that the radius of one ion cannot be calculated. Okay, but nowadays some methods are developed by which the radius of one of the ion can be, one of the ion should be known, another one having that ionic bond, that could be calculated. That means if we know the radius of chloride, we can calculate the radius of sodium, and so on, so on. That is beyond your scope of study. Okay, so we will not discuss that. Just see what is ionic radii. Now the next question which I am going to discuss, usually it's important. Okay, why the radius of cation is always smaller than that of atom? Which atom? The corresponding atom from which it is formed. Okay, I am taking the example here. See, question है हमारा, why the radius of cation is smaller than that of atom? It's atom, it will be their word. Okay, it's atom. Like I am taking the example here, sodium. What will be the electronic configuration? Definitely your each answer should be based on mostly electronic configuration, so you have to practice that. Okay, this is the electronic configuration of sodium. After losing one electron, if it has given one electron, it will become 2p6 3s. It has given a one electron, so 3s will become empty. Okay, 3s will be empty. So what is the observation here? What is the observation here? That when the atom is changing into its ion, when the atom is changing into its ion, then after losing its electron, this is the changing of the atom into its cation. After losing its electron, usually it lost its shell also. Not in all cases, okay, not in all, but mostly it lose valence shell, because the electrons are removed from the valence shell. If valence shell is having 1 or 2 electron only, then after losing 1 or 2 electron, it lost its shell also. Okay, when it will lost its shell, definitely the number of shells will decrease. Here are 4, here are 3. So nucleus to same ही है, nuclear charge is also same. Okay, nuclear charge is same here, but shells are 4 and here 3. So that means number of shells are decreased. So the hold of the nucleus, okay, pull of the nucleus to attract, okay, pull of the nucleus to attract. If there are 1, 2, 3, 4 shells are there, then it has to attract all the 4 shells. But here, when the 1 shell will be decreased, it is left with how many shells? 3 shells. So the hold of the nucleus on these 3 shells will be more. If hold will be more, what will be there? Size will be less, definitely. attraction will be strong, attraction is strong, hold is strong, shell is lost. So definitely, but nuclear charge is same. Shell is lost but the nuclear charge is same because proton neutron तो same ही है. Okay, electron is lost from the valence shell. Proton and neutron, they are lying in the nucleus, they are not disturbed. So accordingly, if electron is removed, shell is lost, and that will leads to what? Decrease in the nuclear charge. Okay, increase in the nuclear charge and decrease in the atomic size. Please correct this one, I have spoken wrong. Decrease in the atomic size and increase in the nuclear charge. Hope so it will be clear to you. Okay, so see, I have written little explanation, but you have to learn it from your book because vast explanation is given. If you want, then I can dictate that also to you. After removing one or more electron from the atom, the valence shell could disappear and nuclear charge increase, which leads to what? Which leads to increase in what? Nuclear charge and decrease in atomic size. Next one, next question. Why negative ion is always larger than the corresponding atom from which it is formed? Like the example I have taken here, chlorine. One electron is added to it, it will be chlorine negative. You already know chlorine, that is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p5. After gaining one electron, it will attain noble gas electronic configuration. You can see here what it will attain. It will attain noble gas electronic configuration. So you can see one electron increased. Nuclear charge वही बात, nuclear charge will is same, proton neutron they are same, but electron is increased. So the first in the previous part the nucleus just have to maintain the 17 electron, but here it has to maintain 18 electron. Okay, so that's why that result in what? Increase of atomic size. That's why negative ion is always larger than the corresponding atom. Okay, so this is about the today's lecture. Hope so it should be clear to you. So make notes of the respective the lecture that is taught. Thank you.